Hello and welcome to A Journey to Awareness. Are you ready to take a voyage to the uncharted places within you, where you will be guided to ways to heal your wounds, look at your life choices, release your fears, and take control of your future? Stick with me through these podcasts and you will take the most exciting adventure of your life, the journey to you. Let's go. Hello and welcome. I'm Shauna Hoffman. Change it up. Sometimes in our lives, we just need to switch things up, bring back our excitement, enthusiasm, and our creativity again. Sometimes we need to switch things up just to bring back our love life again. Yesterday, I found myself kind of uninspired, doing all of the usual things with not so much excitement to them. And it became really clear that I needed to switch things up a bit to jumpstart my day. So today, rather than our usual walk to the park with the dogs, same old park, same old walk, we went someplace totally different. A new park, new paths, new trees, new sounds, and it was totally, truly a breath of fresh air. We were smiling and laughing, noticing so many different things around us. It was so much fun. And I realized that we all need to do this more often in so many ways. For example, when my husband was importing art from the Caribbean, he would always talk to his collectors about moving the paintings on the wall around once a year. He made the point that sometimes the art on our walls become part of the background. They almost become like the furniture. Your artwork starts to blend into the walls. You don't see them anymore. But when you switch out a piece of art on your walls or in your space, all of a sudden your eyes see it again. Your room looks different and your brain actually sparks in a new way. That moment that you're in changes. Your appreciation of your space changes. You see things differently. Listen to this. According to the Telegraph, looking at a beautiful painting, sculpture, or another piece of art increases blood flow to the brain by as much as 10%, the equivalent of looking at someone you love. What an easy way to get a jump start to your heart and your brain. Just move around your art. I think that what happened this morning when we walked to a different park was it gave us an opportunity to see so much beauty that we hadn't seen before. It made us smile. It made us laugh more. There's a Wayne Dwyer quote that you may have heard. I always thought about it in terms of the way we think about things, our perception of a situation. But now when I think about the artwork in my home, it makes even more sense there. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Really, think about it. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. There are so many times I ask a couple, what have they done out of the ordinary lately? Any new and fun activity together? A bike ride, a hike? When have they gone anyplace different? Or if you're quarantining, what can you switch up at home? Move furniture around. Make something for dinner you've never had and wanted to try. We are so past the days of Friday is fish night. Can you put down the remote or phone and play a new game together? My brother sent our whole family this game called Finders Keepers, a total brain mystery game. And it gave us this great weekend adventure in our living room. Again, we changed up our routine and we just had so much fun. I have couples who come in to me and say, we have so much fun on a vacation. Our marriage gets a reboot, but we just can't keep the feelings when we get home. So the homework I give them is to change it up. Have breakfast for dinner. Go out for a walk after dinner instead of watching TV. Put on music while you're cooking. Hello, last week's Beatles music therapy episode? Music. Music changes the entire energy in a room, in your evening, maybe your morning. Maybe instead of watching the morning news, you start your day with music. Anything to change the chemistry in your brain and body. Anything to change it up. I've even started to listen to different music while I do my yoga. I had a playlist that's been the same for probably years. I thought it brought me peace. But once I changed it up, I found myself feeling totally different during my practice. I was more engaged instead of just going through the poses as I usually do. We all get into routines. They make us feel safe. They may keep us on track and healthy. We get up, do our yoga, or maybe our workout, shower, have our coffee, start to work. Or maybe you haven't found a routine that makes you feel safe and keeps you healthy. Yet your routine is just that. You get up, start working, and don't have a moment of spontaneity to excite you. Change it up. The weird thing is the tiniest change in your daily life or your environment is enough to make you feel totally different. Remember that 10% blood flow to your brain? That it's like looking at someone you love? Take a minute. Think about one thing that you're willing to try and change today to see how it may affect you. One thing. A painting in the house. A plant that you want to put in a different place. A new kind of music you want to try, jazz versus soul or classical versus rock. Do you always wear the same colors? It's funny, I never wore pink. Then one day I pulled out the only pink top I owned and I put it on. My husband noticed it right away. Seeing me in a new color gave his brain a new way to see me, though I choose not to think I was becoming like the furniture or blending into the walls. Maybe it's much bigger than that. Is there a relationship that you want to change up? Are you the one who always calls your friends so they never have a chance to call you first? And how special will it be when you give them the space to do that? Do you think you're bored in a relationship because you haven't tried to give it some kind of new life? Whether trying something tiny or big, see what's different if you change it up a bit. I guess what I want you to think about is that there's a difference between keeping things comfortable versus static. A static home, static routine, static relationship will eventually suck the energy right out of you. We are growing, changing, evolving humans. So think about it today. Think about what you can change up to inspire you, bring you joy, jumpstart a part of your life again. Imagine if one tiny change could change your world. I am so glad you joined me on this podcast today. Now go out there and change it up. Change up everything and anything you can to bring you happiness. Remember to be so kind to yourself. Honor your heart. Honor your creativity. Expand your soul. Thank you for letting me into your life this week, and I look forward to popping back in again next week. Thank you for joining me today on the Journey to Awareness podcast. My hope is that you leave this podcast inspired, fired up, and ready to take that next step on the magical journey of self-awareness. And then you come back and join us again. Oh, and if you can do me a quick favor and please leave me a 5-star review over on iTunes. I gain so much from reading the reviews and getting feedback from my listeners. Thanks again for spending your time with me today. Be sure to visit me on my Facebook page, Working on Me, and on my website, workingonme.com, for past episodes and insight into the fabulous journey to you.